All right, let's tackle one of life's biggest questions. How do you actually make money? We're going to explore two really powerful but totally different paths to getting there, all through the stories of two guys, Ali and Zafar.
I mean, this is the real question, isn't it? How do you build something from scratch? Both Ali and Zafar started out in a small town, with pretty much nothing to their names. And their stories? They're proof that where you start, well, it doesn't have to be where you end up. Not at all.
So, you've got Ali and Zafar, and they represent two completely different but equally important ways of thinking about money. Ali, he's the creator. He figures out how to turn something he's passionate about into actual profit. And then there's Zafar. He's the manager. His genius is turning those earnings into real, long-term wealth.
So here's the game plan. First, we'll dive into Ali's journey as a digital creator. Then, we'll switch gears and look at Zafar's strategy as a wealth manager. After that, we'll see how you can combine both of their ideas into one powerful blueprint, and we'll finish up by asking a big question. What's your first step going to be?
Okay, first up, Ali. His story is all about the modern way of doing things, digital entrepreneurship. He found a way to take something he just loved doing for fun and turn it into a legit income stream.
This right here, this was Ali's big aha moment. He was just scrolling through YouTube, watching videos, and it suddenly hit him. These are just regular people making money from their hobbies. And he thought to himself, अगर ये लोग कर सकते हैं, तो मैं भी कर सकता हूँ. Which basically means, hey, if they can do it, so can I. And that one thought, that's what kicked this whole thing off for him.
So, how did he actually pull it off? Well, he followed a pretty clear four-step plan. First, he found his niche. He was super passionate about tech and gadgets, so he stuck with that. Second, he focused on creating quality content, videos that were actually informative and fun to watch, even though he started with simple equipment. Third, he figured out how to get people to actually click and watch, using catchy titles and good thumbnails. And finally, he hit those key goals he needed to actually monetize his channel.
And this number, 1,000, is a huge deal in that world. To even apply for the YouTube Partner Program and start earning money from ads, you need at least 1,000 subscribers and 4,000 hours of watch time. Hitting that target was the moment Ali's hobby officially started becoming a real business.
But here's the smart part. Ali didn't just stop with ad revenue. He got creative and diversified. He started doing affiliate marketing, where he'd get a commission for products he recommended. Then he started doing sponsored content for different brands. This is so important because he built multiple streams of income, all from one platform. It made his earnings way more stable.
Okay, so that's Ali's world. Now let's pivot and talk about Zafar. His path wasn't about creating content online. It was about something way more timeless, financial discipline. He's all about the art of managing and growing the money you make, no matter how little you start with. Zafar's motivation was really simple and powerful. He saw his parents struggling and just wanted to help build a better life for his family. So his journey didn't start with a flashy YouTube channel. Nope. It started with small, everyday jobs, working in a shop, tutoring kids, doing deliveries, whatever he could do.
For Zafar, the absolute first step, the foundation for everything else, was budgeting. He lived by this really simple but powerful idea. You need to tell your money where to go, instead of getting to the end of the month and wondering where it all went. That was his first real move toward taking control.
And he did it using the classic 50-30-20 rule. 50% of his income went to his absolute needs, 30% was for his wants, and this is the key, a non-negotiable 20% went straight into savings. Every single month, before he paid for anything else, he paid himself first by putting that 20% away. That discipline right there is how you start building wealth.
He basically lived by 3 golden rules that, honestly, anyone can use. First, avoid buying stuff on impulse. Just wait a day and ask yourself, do I really need this? Second, always be on the lookout for discounts and deals. Never pay full price if you don't have to. And third, and this is probably the most important one, save first, then spend what's left over. It totally flips the script on how you think about your money.
But here's what makes Zafar's strategy so incredibly powerful. He didn't just save money, he actively worked to earn more of it. He took free online courses to learn high-value skills like graphic design and coding, which let him get freelance clients. Think about it. He was increasing the total amount of money coming in, which gave him a bigger engine to power his savings. So what happens when you take Ali's skill for earning money and combine it with Zafar's wisdom for managing it? You get the complete blueprint for financial success. See, they're not really two different paths. They're just two sides of the very same coin.
Let's just break this down. Ali's skill set was all about content creation and marketing. His strategy was to grow his audience, and his goal was to generate income. Zafar's skill set was budgeting and eventually investing. His strategy was asset growth, and his goal was to build real wealth. Think of it like this. Ali's income is the fuel. Zafar's system is the engine. You can't get very far with just one or the other. You absolutely need.
Just like Zafar said, balance zaruri hai. Balance is essential. If you earn a lot but don't know how to save or manage it, you'll always be on shaky ground. And if you're great at saving but you're not trying to grow your income, you're limiting your potential. The real magic happens when you master both at the same time.
So we've walked through Ali's story of creation and Zafar's story of discipline. But now, this stops being about them, and it starts being about you. And that's really the question we want to leave you with. Ali's first step was to create something. Zafar's was to save what he earned. Both are powerful starting points. The only thing that really matters now is figuring out what your first step is going to be. What are you going to do, starting today, to write your own story?